How crazy is this? And literally the only cars on the road right now pretty much are police. London right now is pretty much a ghost town, and I feel like this is the type of video that I will share with my grandkids. It's currently the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, and I am living in central London, and this is the road that I live on. Now, usually it would be absolutely heaving, being right next to Leicester Square. But as you can see, there is barely anyone around. And today is the 8th of May, which is a bank holiday, and so usually it would be even busier than ever, especially because it's 25 degrees Celsius, the sun is out, that's like 75 Fahrenheit, and so it's a beautiful day in London, but it's just so dead. This is Piccadilly Circus, London's really crappy version of Times Square. It's kind of busier today than it has been over the past couple of weeks, but nothing like it usually is. Now this video is different than the usual type of content that I make, but quite frankly, I wanted to make this video just for the memories and just to look back and just remember how crazy London was during the coronavirus. It's just, it's empty. Not only that, but I go for a walk every day, and I thought it would just be a nice opportunity for me to share the things that I have learned during the coronavirus. And by the way, yeah, this is Oxford Street, and normally you can't even see any space because there's so many people crossing the road. Sometimes it's so important to get away from the hustle and bustle, to get away from the noise, the distractions, all the things that are taking our attention, so that rather than looking outwards and putting our energy there, we can focus internally on us and the things that we want to be doing with our lives. And so without all the noise on the streets and everyone around us, I found that it's just given me that time and that focus to be able to put onto myself to figure out how I can grow and how I can get better. There's a lot of cyclists about, but I haven't seen one quite like him before. Never thought I'd be able to just fully walk down the middle of Oxford Street. Look at this. This is crazy. And the fact that this has been going on already for months, you'd think I'd be used to it now, but have me just seeing how stunning everything in London is. Look at that. With that cloud in the sky, so eerie right now. Oh, the iconic red bus. Monday afternoon right now, 6 p.m, and I'm outside London Bridge Station. And I actually used to get the train from here every day when I used to work right by here. And it's crazy how quiet it is. Just, you know, so few people commuting. It's wild. Just like if you knew how busy it normally is here, and normally people are barging against each other to cross the road so they can get their train after their day at work. Well, I mean, I guess you can go for a dip in the Thames if you fancy it. Now, I did always used to go for a walk every day, but since this whole lockdown and everything, I've been going for much longer walks. I just feel more grateful for the beauty of everything around. Flashy when came on. So all of these tunnels in London, the fact that they're just dead right now, this is kind of how I imagine it was back in the day, like back in the 1600s. I'm also finding all these new trails. Apparently this is called Fruiteteers Passage. Fruiteteers. This guy looks at me like, are you okay? fruiterers, not fruiteers. Gosh. That's basically what everyone's thinking right now. What is going on? Look at that. And I'm also obsessed with this building here. I don't know what it is, but I just think it is just so attractive. This is where pretty much all of the UK's radio is done from. Nobody around. So a lot of tube stations are actually closed right now. So this is Covent Garden Underground. And yeah, well and truly closed. Massive, massive shutters up as well. Wow. So quiet out here. How crazy is this? I'm literally the only cars on the road right now pretty much are police. It's so quiet. I just can't get it around my head. What? Through going on these walks every day, I have had a lot of time to think. And by the way, this is the road that leads up to Buckingham Palace. I've never seen it this empty before. And thanks to all this thinking, I guess I've just had a few realizations about myself and just about life, about business, ever since the beginning of the whole quarantine, coronavirus lockdown. And I want to share them with you in this video here today. Let's go say hello to the Queen first. One thing that I think I was always quite good at, but I've become better at it since this whole thing, is just being grateful for the beauty of everything. And on my walks, while everything has been more quiet, I've found that it's given me the space to be able to find things that I never used to even notice anywhere. Look at this building. I just think it is so beautiful, and I'd never even looked up and seen it before. And I'm usually someone who is rushing everywhere, and with the energy that's usually on the London streets, I find that it just makes me want to walk even faster, dodge in between people. And given the peace and tranquility, I found that I've been able to pop an audiobook in my ears and have the space to think in a way that I never used to be able to when I was just darting from here to there and everywhere. And with everything being more quiet, I think it's just a time for us to be able to look at our life and think, what do I really want? With less people being out and about, it gives you that space to breathe, that space to think. There's less emails going on, there's less meeting up with friends, which means that there's more time to focus on you, yourself, and where you want to go. And so I'm encouraging you to take this time for yourself, to care for yourself, and ultimately figure out what it is that you want to be. So at the time of recording this, things in London have become quite a lot busier. It's actually kind of crazy busy right now because it's a Sunday. And I'd say that the biggest thing that I've taken away from this is that it's just nice that people are getting outside and exercising and spending time with their families. I think now more than ever, people are going to want to actually go out and do things. And while that's a risk due to the spreading of the coronavirus again, I just really hope that people realize how important spending time with their loved ones is. Because you may have seen in my isolation video where I was basically spent 30 days fully by myself, the effects that it had on my mindset. And so with everything that's gone on, I think it's just so important to be present, to get off our phones and to actually look around, look at the beautiful architecture, smile at people when you walk past them. The amount of difference that this makes to your mental health is honestly quite astounding. And so my biggest takeaways from this is that we need to make sure that we aren't getting totally indoctrinated by our technology, that we actually look around us and that we spend more time outdoors. Smile at people, just, it's so important. And so with that said, I'll see you in the next one.